Dixon or anybody tarnish that.
Do you feel like you're responsible for Erica eating off of Love and Hip Hop right now?
But you know that they wanted me first and I turned it down. Ask yourself that question.
Now why am I in it?
You know, Scrap said that he wanted to bring her on board, you know, on the show, up and getting some coins in her pocket. That's fine. No, you have no motion. Your store's been under renovation for how long? You're not getting booked. You was never the main chick. You was always number 2. I got the ring first. Why are you so invested in your first baby daddy? You should be trying to figure out what's going on with your second baby daddy. Or why you had these kids knowing that he was in a relationship with a whole nother woman.
Are you, Scrappy, and Erica in a love triangle? So are you and Scrappy back dating?
Well, it was a time to where we were just like kind of having fun. Coloring is what I call it. Which
Coloring outside the lines?
Out and inside the lines.
Oh, so Scrappy's been inside your line.
Oh, wow. And like, I'm not the one or the two. You know, I don't bother nobody. So that's another reason why I wanted to have this conversation with you, because I was shocked when it was brought to my attention. I'm like, what happened? Why are you lying?
The air between Erica Dixon and Lil Scrappy was thick with unspoken words. You could almost feel the emotional static, as if the atmosphere itself was bracing for a storm. Erica stood steady, graceful, but with a fire behind her eyes, caught between the ache of past wounds and the strength to face them. Scrappy finally broke the silence, his voice low but edged with meaning. We've got to face this head on. Talk. The word left Erica's lips like a shield, her arms folding. Across her chest in a quiet act of self-defense, she braced herself, not just for the words, but for the weight they carried. Scrappy lingered by the wall, his posture casual, but his eyes betraying the anxious energy beneath. I know it's been rough, he began, his voice laced with uncertainty. But I never thought we'd come to this. There's got to be a way through it. Erica gave a slow shake of her head, her face calm and unreadable, though inside, a storm of emotion churned just beneath the surface. Working things out? Erica's voice cracked like a whip, her frustration impossible to mask. We've been spinning in circles for months, and every step we take pulls us farther apart. You're here, sure, but your heart's been gone for a while now. Scrappy took a tentative step forward, eyes searching hers for something, understanding, maybe forgiveness. I'm trying, Erica, between work, life, everything. I thought we were making progress. I thought we had a plan. She rose slowly, every movement deliberate. A plan? She scoffed. It looks a lot more like survival mode to me. You're floating along, expecting me to catch what breaks. I need more. I need you to show up. But every time I think you might, you let me down. His composure faltered. I love you, he said, voice trembling with pent-up guilt. But it feels like all you see are my failures. I'm out here grinding, trying to provide. I didn't choose this chaos. Erica's eyes softened for a moment, but her stance remained firm. Love's not enough if it doesn't come with presence. You can't fix emotional absence with money. We need connection, not just contributions. I'm tired, Scrappy. Tired of holding up a house that's half empty. He ran a hand through his hair and turned away briefly, pacing like a man trying to outrun himself. She sighed, the fire in her voice dimming just slightly. I'm not pushing you out. I'm carving out space for both of us to actually breathe. He stopped in his tracks. Her words settled into his chest like lead. I never wanted it to come to this, he whispered. But maybe you're right. Maybe I need to figure out who I am without this. Without us. And you need to ask yourself what you truly want. They both went quiet. The weight of their shared history sat between them. It's not just about us anymore, he added softly. We have a daughter, and she deserves peace, not tension. Erica nodded slowly, the hurt in her eyes betraying how much she still cared. I used to think we could survive anything. That love was enough. But real strength? It's knowing when to fight, and when to let go. Or maybe, we've just drifted too far apart, he murmured, voice thick with emotion. If you really need time, say it straight, because I'm still holding on, but I can't keep guessing. She didn't answer right away. As he stepped closer again, Desperation tinting his voice, he asked, "What if this is the end? What if we lose it all?" "Sometimes," she said quietly. "Walking away is the only way to find your way back." Her words hung in the air like smoke, heavy and final. "This isn't just about the past. It's about the future. We're tearing each other down. That's not love. Not the kind we want to show our daughter." A silence fell. Long, heavy, final. Scrappy's shoulders slumped as he turned to pack. Each folded shirt, each zipped bag carried the weight of shared years, of what was and what might have been. "I'll go," he said finally, voice cracked with emotion. "But don't think for a second I'm giving up on us. I'll always love you, Erica. That won't change." He paused in the doorway. "Just don't shut me out. Promise me that." Her voice barely rose above a whisper. "I promise. I'll use this time to find clarity for both of us." And as he left, the silence he left behind wasn't empty. It was filled with everything unspoken, everything unresolved. Erica stood, still, emotions surging like waves. Maybe, just maybe, this distance would be the bridge that brought them back, stronger, clearer, and more certain than ever before. A new chapter was beginning, one lined with both fear and hope. At this point, Joe, like the rest of us, remembers when Scrappy proudly paraded his reunion with Erica for all the world to see. It was a headline moment. They're back. Social feeds flooded with the couple cozied up at Usher's show, acting like the past never happened. Scrappy even dropped a clip of Erica leaning on him from behind, the kind of touch that screams we're good again. But just as quickly as it flared up, it started unraveling. Right after that video made waves, one of Scrappy's inner circle loyalists dropped a bombshell. Turns out Scrappy and Erica might have secretly tied the knot in Vegas. Yep, a real elopement in Sin City. Allegedly, the reason Joe wasn't invited to the concert or the trip? Love was in the air, and Scrappy didn't want anyone disrupting the honeymoon phase. Of course, rumors flew, and denial came swiftly. Scrappy tried to shut it all down, calling the stories false and overblown. But then Erica went live on LOL and, well, let's just say she didn't deny much. In fact, she all but confirmed the Vegas wedding with a cryptic, "We married." Cue the confusion, the chaos, and the co-parenting claims. Erica clarified it wasn't about being together, but about being forever family. After all, they have a college-bound daughter, and no matter what, they'll always be in each other's lives. But then came the plot twist. Leaked messages, private texts between Scrappy and Erica painted a picture of a man who claimed he wanted to make things right, who said he still loved her, but whose actions pointed in a completely different direction. That's when Diamond entered the chat, literally and figuratively. At first, she seemed like just another ex with a grudge, but then she started dropping receipts that had everyone clutching their pearls. From suggestive DMs to emotional confessions, Scrappy was clearly playing both sides. Diamond didn't hold back during her interview with Carlos King either. She called their past relationship a charity case, implying Scrappy only got close to her to create a storyline for reality TV and boost his bag. She even accused him and Bambi of plotting behind her back during the days when she and Scrappy were still entangled. And honestly, the tea kept spilling. Fans gasped as Diamond released even more texts, showing Scrappy begging for forgiveness, asking to see her son Princeton, and awkwardly trying to keep the peace while simultaneously trying to stir something. Back up. Erica's daughter, Amani, even got pulled into the chaos, dropping bold comments on interviews and defending her mom. Diamond, not one to sit quietly, clapped back hard. The entire thing turned into a messy web of co-parenting woes, unresolved feelings, and public jabs. At this point, folks in the comments had had enough. One wrote, "Joe, this is why you need to pack it up and bounce. Man's pushing 40 but acting like a college freshman with commitment issues." Another chimed in, "Scrappy's emotional maturity is stuck in neutral. He's exhausting every woman he gets close to." Despite being in a new relationship, Scrappy was still out here, dropping Christmas messages and late-night apologies to his exes. He looked like a man torn, wanting to keep his current status while rekindling old flames on the side. Diamond, though, she wasn't falling for it. She hit him with reality checks in DMs, calling out his unchanged behavior and reminding him why she walked away a decade ago. And after all that, he still sent a message on New Year's Eve, asking if he could take her son out for his birthday. Her response was clear. Just know I'm not part of that picture anymore. Let's be real. Scrappy may still have feelings, but feelings without growth are dangerous. He's like gasoline in a room full of candles. No matter how you light it, someone's going to get burned. So Joe, or anyone else watching this soap opera unfold, take the hint. There's nothing left to salvage. Scrappy has made it clear he's not ready to be the man he says he wants to be. The women in his life deserve peace, not confusion. And if Diamond, Erica, or anyone else wants to move forward, it's time to stop entertaining a man who keeps everyone circling in his chaos. Sometimes closure doesn't come in words. It comes in walking away, quietly, decisively, and for good.